Okay. So, like I promised, no? Actually, hindi pa ako nakakapaggawa ng, like I promised you, yung anti-aging vlog, no? Which is really vital lately because katulad yung tao ko na he's only 24 years old and yet para nagkaroon ng mild heart attack. Nagkaroon chest pain, sumakit dito, hindi makahinga at 24. Okay? So, parang it sounds like an alarm bell for me na to really educate. I think it's my job since I do a lot of research in anti-aging. But the problem is, I'm keeping it to myself. I'm keeping it to myself. Of course, I'm doing it to myself, but I'm not sharing it. Okay? Hindi ko nga na-release pa yung libro about anti-aging, no? And then a lot of people are dying, no? A lot of people are dying. May nagpapakamatay, mental health. We're gonna discuss it. But not everything all at once. I'm gonna start it. Okay? I'm gonna start the anti-aging blog na maintindihan nyo. Okay? Na maintindihan nyo na in a layman's term. And then, siguro I will not use myself. Ayoko nang magpabida-bida pa na I'm guilty. I'm guilty na I always talk about myself, di ba? Guilty naman ako doon. Okay? But, so let's start about what is aging. What is aging? Okay? And, let's medyo mahaba. Alam mo the reason why I don't want to start aging? Because like, it's so huge. It's so vast. And then every day there's a new advancement in technology, in research, in experiments and treatments, you know. Kaya minsan, sinasabi ko na lang, introduction lang naman to, no? Minsan sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, antayin ko na muna, you know, matapos talaga tong advancement in anti-aging, no? Pero you know what? Hindi siya matatapos. Okay? Hindi siya matatapos. Bakit? Okay. A lot of the baby boomers na may pera, okay? Yung mga kahilera ni Steve Jobs, kahilera ni Mark Zuckerberg, and then yung mga bilyonaryo, yung may-ari ng Virgin, I forgot his name. The billionaires are mostly late baby boomers, parang which is my age to probably I'm older than them. Okay? So they fund this research in prolonging the lifespan and health span of human beings, ng tao. Okay? Dalawa yan, no? Health and lifespan. Okay? Now, what's the difference between the two? Lifespan, kailan ka mamamatay. Simple. Health span, meaning up to what age ka na active. Na nag-gym ka, sumasayaw ka, naglalakad ka, nakaka-travel ka, nakakaakit ka ng hagdan, na walang sumasakit sa tuhod, wala ka maintenance, hindi ka naiihi sa gabi, hindi ka nahihilo, hindi ka hinihingal, yan ang health span. Okay? Up to what age can you carry it? Yan yon, dalawa. So they're trying, of course, to prolong. If your health span is prolonged, then your lifespan will be prolonged. Correct? Now, so far, let's talk about the health age. Hindi pa pwede talaga na ano to. I have to do step by step. Okay? Let's talk about statistics. Statistics muna tayo. Okay. Yung pinanganak ng 1920. Okay? So, nung 2020, 100 years old sila. Correct? Okay. May pinanganak ng 1925. So, ngayon, siguro 96 na sila. Okay? It could be Imelda. Ano yun, para malaman nyo lang. Imelda Marcos. Yan yung mga matitibay. Si Enrile. I don't know about Joseph Estrada, how old he is. Who else? Sino pa ba mga matitibay? Na nakagalaw pa, nakagat ako, ayan o, pula, ayan o, sinigit pa. Anyway, so yon. Now, these are the people now living within 90 and then above 100. Okay, if you were born 1920, then you will be 105 by now. Okay? Meron yan. Especially in Japan. There are people living more than 105. 100, ano. I think the eldest that who died was 119. Okay? Para alam nyo. Hey Google, who's the oldest person who died?
Jean Calment, Jean Louise Calment. On the website gero.usc.edu, they say, Jean Louise Calment, the world's longest living person, was born in Arles, France on February 21, 1875, and died on August 4, 1997, in a nursing home in Arles.
What? Oldest? I think Italian or Japanese, no? She died 119 years old, no? Now, okay. What's the difference? And are we gonna die? Can we prolong the life? Especially, okay, iba-ibang generation yan. I don't know what they're called before the baby boomers. I don't know what they're called. Pre-war? Pre-war era? Yon, pre-war, before World War II. Okay? So, okay, let's talk about the lifestyle. No? Let's talk about yung buhay-buhay. Okay. Yung mga 1920s, hindi pa masyadong na-imbento ang refined sugar nun. Okay? Hey Google, when was refined sugar invented?
About 2,500 years ago. On the website ourstoriesfalkirk.com, they say, it gradually spread around the eastern Pacific and Indian Oceans around 3,500 years ago, quite possibly by Austronesian and Polynesian seafarers. The first chemically refined sugar seemed to be in India about 2,500 years ago.
Anyway, mali yan. Tama yun. Pero the refined sugar was... Hey Google, when was the refined sugar commercially used globally?
On the website westernstates.com, they say, in 1455 to 1480 CE, large-scale operations refining sugar became the leading trade of Madeira, Portugal, as the sugar trade took hold in Europe. By 1501, sugar had crossed the Atlantic and hit the New World in West Indies.
Anyway, so I think it's like around the 40s, no? Around, don't kumalat yan, no? So anyway, that's the culprit of it all, no? Kasi before we were eating like raw sugar, like molasses, sugar cane, from the fruits, no? And some vegetables, no? Anyway, so what's the point here? Yung mga 1920s, hindi pa sila na-expose sa mga chemicals and plastics, no? Plastic, I think, the revolution of plastic was after the 1960s. Hey Google, when was plastic invented?
1907. On the website sciencehistory.org, they say, In 1907, Leo Baekeland invented Bakelite, the first fully synthetic plastic, meaning it contained no molecules found in nature.
See? Walang molecule noong 1907 na plastic. Pero ngayon, it's all over. Our body now is filled with microplastic resin, which came from the fish that we eat because daming plastic sa ocean. It comes from the utensils na galing plastic or yung binalot na ulam from Tupperware. Minsan meron kayong kettle na plastic. Okay? Ano ko muna dala? Okay, let's continue. So, the plastics, okay, that's one factor. Plastic, sugar, now, and the fast foods. Okay. So now, McDonald's, I think, sa Pilipinas, 1980s, no? I think the first McDonald's was in Baclaran, owned by my classmate. Then, nauna sa Lasal, mga yan, yung mga first McDonald's, no? Of course, there's a lot of chemicals involved, no? With the fast food. Before, wala namang fast food, di ba? Noong 1960s, 50s, bihira yan. It's really a full restaurant, no? Even the milk was not processed. You can buy Magnolia milk by the bottle and chocolate milk. Na mabubulok agad yun. But now it's gone. Lahat naka-preserve, naka-karton na lahat, naka-powder. So it's all refined, all processed. To cut this short, the younger generations now will have a hard time living up to 100 years old. I'm sorry to say. You will not live more than 100 years old. Trust me. With all the pollutants that you're getting now, the plastic, the sugar, the chemicals that you get in, even in your vitamins. Synthetic dye yun. Yung mga ginagamit na pang kulay na kulay, yellow, red, orange. You know, when you eat something, it's colored, it's dyed. It doesn't come from the natural source. So, yung pa, mercury. So, we're all bombarded by it, no? So, to cut this short, yung mga nabuhay nung 1900s to 1920, pinanganak, if they kept a healthy lifestyle and they are moving, they're doing household works, they are farming, especially the people in Japan na tumitira hanggang 100 years old. Watch them. They're still doing gardening. They're moving. If you stop moving, you die. Yun lang yun. You die. Okay? Another topic yan. I cannot talk about it because it's gonna take me 20 minutes to explain scientifically. Now, why do you die when you stop moving? Okay? Mahabang kwento yan. Now, let's talk about lifespan muna. Lifespan. Kayo ba mabubuhay na matagal o hindi? Yan lang naman yan. Okay? So, let's talk about aging. Let's go to the culprit. Bakit ka ba tumatanda? Bakit ka tumatanda? At what age do you start aging? Okay? Remember, okay, the aging, the body starts killing you, okay? Because that is genetics. Hindi dahil healthy ka, wala kang kinakain na asukal, kahit na super healthy ka at 15 years old, your body will start to decline at the age of 30, especially 30 to 33. Yan yun. Yung iba, genetically, pinapatay na yung katawan by the age of 25. Pero wala pa ako narinig na below 25. Okay? Well, genetically, some will be genetically unfit. Iba naman yon. Genetic disorders na yon. But the human beings, the body will start to kill you at age 28. Starting. But most of the population, through studies, mamamatay kayo, your body will start killing you at the age of 33. Why 33? Why the magic number? Bakit? Ano yan? Sinabi ng Diyos, o 33 ka lang, mamatay ka na. Okay? Because ang average lifespan during even the 1500s to the 1900s was only 30 plus. People were dying. Kung umabot ka ng 40 noon or 45, yan yung sinasabi nating umabot ng 105. Because due to the due to the advancement of technology, na-invento yung penicillin. Okay? Na-invento yon to cure for bacteria. Yung mga vaccine for tetano. A lot of people were dying with tetano. The Black Plague. A lot of people are dying with tuberculosis, which is nahanap nila yung penicillin. Ano ba yung mga na-save na mga diseases? Wala pa masyadong cancer noon eh. May cancer pero very, very few. Never heard of. Ano ba kinamamatay pa ng mga tao noon? Mostly tuberculosis and wala masyadong diabetes noon. Mostly mga mga virus yan. Chicken pox, yan. Ano pa ba? Polio, yan. Yan yung mga nakakamatay noon. So, people were dying early. Okay? So, remember, the genetic expression, saka na natin explain genetic expression. Pwede naman yung i-google. Okay. The genetic expression can change everything for mankind. Okay? So, because of the pattern na over the years, over the last 2,000 years or 3,000 or 5,000 years, human beings only live up to 30 years old. Okay? Dati nga 25 lang yan. Okay? So you start fertility at the age of 13, 14. Okay? Bakit 13, 14? Kasi gusto ng sinasabi nila God, nature, no? But actually, we are controlled by the microbiome. Mahabang topic naman yung microbiome. We are just parasites. Okay? Mahirap explain yon, but we are not the top of the food chain. Akala natin the humans are on top of the food chain. No, we're not. We are just carriers for the microbes. We were formed for the microbes para ibahay natin dito sa gut. Okay? It might surprise you. The microbiome controls us to think, to make love, to have sex, to spread. Kasi when you kiss, nagpapalitan ng microbiome nun. Pak! Parang mga zombie, di ba kinakagat? Microbiome iba. You make love. You kiss the body through sweat. Kasi microbiome nasa saliva, nasa sweat, and then sa sex organ. Okay? Nasa puwet. Okay? Kaya that will explain all the fetishes in sex. Di ba merong umiinom ng ihi, may kumakain ng tae, may ganon, may dumidila sa puwet. Sorry huwag kayo ma-offend. Pero that's true. Dati hindi ko maintindihan Bakit? Ang dumi-dumi nun. Di ba? Pero yung pala, yung microbes. Yung microbes, ando doon sa anus. Doon sila pinakamarami sa pusod. But they also have in the mouth. Okay? So, they wanna reproduce. They wanna combine. They wanna interact with one another. Okay? So that's the reason why we have to make sex. It's not because of pleasure. Kala natin, tayo naliligaya, takipag-sex. No. Dididiktahan tayo ng microbiome to have sex. And in turn, they reward you with pleasure. And who produces the reward? Hormones. The serotonin. Sino nagre-reward sa'yo? Who produces the serotonin? It's not the fucking brain. It's the gut. Google nyo. I think 80% of the serotonin is produced in the gut. Hindi naman lahat gut. Meron sa brain, may ibang glands that which produces it. You can Google it, no? So, now, let's start. Kailan tayo mamamatay? Okay. With the advent, I told you this already. With the advent of the COVID vaccine, you can go back to my YouTube. You can go back during 2020. Okay? I told you there's a lot of findings, a lot of studies because of the RNA spikes. Kasi the vaccine were made from RNA. Okay? Meaning to say, ginagamit nila yung vaccine, yung pumapasok sa cell nyo, then yung cell nyo ginagawa niyang spike. Para pag nagbago na yung cell mo, hindi nakakapit si COVID. So, that's how it was. The problem is, ang tinanong nila, ano mangyayari sa mga cells na may spike na ginamit mo ng vaccine? How are they gonna be eliminated in the body? Iihi mo ba yun? Tatain mo ba yun? That they did not answer. The scientists did not answer it. Okay? Bakit? Nagmamadali na, nagkakamatayan na yung mga tao sa COVID. Tatanungin mo ba, Miko, tatanungin mo ba ako sa mapupunta yung spike? Injectionan nyo na lahat. Kahit walang studies. That is what happened. They were not prepared when they injected it to you. There were no case studies. Not even in rats. The vaccine, kumbaga kayo ginawang human trial. Kung may mamamatay, a lot of people had complications. Hindi lang nila sinabi. Marami na injection na namatay agad. Okay? Napunta na tayo sa vaccine, no? Sabi sa'yo, mahaba mahabang kwento when it comes to anti-aging Anyway, so what they predicted, okay, you listen to this. They predicted, wag kayo ma-alarm, na a lot of people will have thrombosis, aneurysm, stroke, heart attack on the start of the 5th and 6th year from the time of vaccination. So, ang unang na-release yung vaccine mga July of 2020, July, August sa Philippines. So, 5 years counting, it's already 5 years. So, October na ngayon. So, this is the onset. Okay? Hindi ko kayo tinatakot. Ang sinasabi ko, mag-ingat kayo. This is the onset of the attack. Of the spikes na bumabara na ngayon sa mga ugat nyo. In your blood vessels. You can research on it. You can research on YouTube. Okay? COVID vaccine side effects. COVID vaccine spikes. RNA spikes. Okay? So you can YouTube that one. A lot of scientists made a case study on that one. Okay? So be careful. Number one, be careful because stop eating which can add up. You can escape it. I'm not saying you're all gonna die. No. You can escape it. How? Avoid sugar. Avoid processed food. Pakainin nyo yung gut, yung microbes. What is their food? Fiber. Okay, fiber. Gulay, prutas, lahat na may fiber. Grains na may fiber. Black rice, red rice. Yung white rice walang fiber because tinatanggal nila yung kulay. Ni-refine nila. Okay? That is the food of the microbes. Kung hindi sila makakakain, yung microbes kakainin ka in a form of cancer. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan. You have to take care of your microbiome. The microbes, they are the boss. We are not the boss. Okay? If you start taking antibiotic, lalo na yung mahilig ng antibiotic, that's how they get autoimmune diseases because it kills the good bacteria as well. Okay? Paano ngayon malalabanan yung bad bacteria kung wala na yung good bacteria? The good bacteria is the one normalizing the bad bacteria. They are the one killing the bad bacteria. Pag nag-antibiotic ka, okay, patay sila lahat. Pero next, pag merong tumaas uli si bad bacteria, sa mouth pa lang nag-start na yan. The bad bacteria are the one causing cavities. Okay? So, ako nga, hindi ako nag-toothbrush minsan How come my teeth are all perfect? Wala akong cavities. For the past, 20 years? Wala akong cavities. Because I take care of my gut. I take care of I don't drink antibiotic. Ever. I don't. Because the body can heal by itself. Tandaan niyo yan. The body will heal by itself. Unless na talaga yung infection mo kinagat ka ng or what, tumubo na yung nana dyan, yun. Pwede yun. Or nagkaroon ka ng nana sa liver or sa kidney, then, you have to do that. They have to inject antibiotic in your bloods, in your IV, no? So, okay. So, let's go to the, to the aging, no? So, your body starts killing you at 33. Everything weakens by the age of 33. All will decline. Kasi the body is starting to kill you. Yung brain, nag-iisip na yan, paano kita papatayin? Huwag ka gumalaw? Okay, huwag ka gumalaw. Mamaya, masakit yung tuhod mo. Kasi di mo ginagamit Sasabihin ng brain, hindi niya pala ginagamit yung tuhod niya Hindi na siya naglalakad Patayin ko na yan. So that's how it works. That's how it works. You don't use it, they die. Even sex. No? You don't have sex, you die. Because sabi ng body, anong gamit mo? Hindi ka na pala pwede mag-produce patayin na kita. That's how it works. Isipin nyo lang ganon. Okay, wala kasi silbi sa akin. Isipin nyo yung brain nyo sa kay microbes nyo, parang si Doña Buding na mataray. Tapos ikaw yung inaalipin. Yun lang yun. Think of it that way. Hindi mo na ako pinapakain ng vegetable, patayin din kita. Wala ka palang silbi Di ba? So that's how it works. That's how it works. So kahit matanda na kayo, you need to have sex or, safe sex, no? Even masturbate. Masturbation is good. Okay? Even you're at the age of 70, 80, 90, mag-masturbate pa rin kayo para hindi mamatay yung reproductive organs nyo. Lalo sa lalaki. It will build more testosterone, yung semen fluid, sa babae rin, yung estrogen nyo, you have to replenish your estrogen as you grow old, okay? Lalo yung mga babae. Take DHEA. DHEA. Supplement yan. Nabibili sa vitamin store yan. You need it. Because it stabilizes your estrogen level. If your estrogen levels goes ballistic, that's the cause of breast cancer or cancer of the ovary. Okay? Lalo na yung hindi kumakain ng gulay. Kahit nag-workout kayo, hindi kayo kumakain ng gulay, yung estrogen nyo, lahat abnormal, pang. Sa lalaki naman, tinitira sa amin is prostate. Di ba? Pero ang prostate, matagal. Kunyari may prostate cancer kami, matagal. Tatagal pa kami 10 years. No? And then we can cure it. May cure na ngayon. Yung lalagyan ng ano yon, yung parang a little, i-inject doon yung pellets. It will emit radiation in the prostate. No? Or, you can reverse it. You can take ano ba ito? Finasteride, no? Kasi it's DHEA sorry. Dihydrotestosterone. Okay, dihydrotestosterone is the one killing us. Men. It goes to the hair kaya kayo nakakalbo. Nagbabara yung follicles. Okay? Then it goes to the prostate. Kumakapit sa prostate yon. Then pinalalaki niya. Kaya yun yung enlargement of the prostate. Because nawawala na yung balance ng testosterone and dihydrotestosterone or the natural testosterone, free-flowing testosterone tawag doon. Okay? Free testosterone, and dihydrotestosterone. Kailangan nyo pa-check yan, laboratory, every 6 months, lalo na pag above 50 ka na. 40 every year. Pero ako, gumastos na kayo sa laboratory, please. Ako, I have my lab test every 2 months to check what's going on. Oops! Tumataas na naman sugar ko. Bakit? Ano kinain ko? Nag-ice cream ako. Tumaas yung cholesterol ko. Okay. Nakalimutan ako mag-B-complex. Nakalimutan ako mag-niacin. Okay? Kumain na naman ako ng mga asukal. Nagiinom ako. Yan ang problem ko. Mataas cholesterol ko because of my drinking. Drinking increases your cholesterol. And it damages your liver as well. Okay, that's the reason why when I drink, I fast the whole day, the next day, for my liver to recover. The liver can recover. The liver can recover by itself. It's a large organ. Kahit, alam mo ba, kahit tanggalin yung 50% ng liver mo, kunyari, nagkaroon ng scar, or mabubuhay ka pa. Mabubuhay ka pa. Pero pag tinodo mo yung, inignore mo yung inom ka, puyat, lahat, asukal, paracetamol, antibiotic, processed food, GMOs, yung genetically modified food, no? Hindi niya alam kasi paano nguyain yun eh. The liver cleanses everything. The liver is the one of the most important organ that you should protect. Ano ginagawa natin? We drink. We eat a lot of sugar, Coke, pineapple juice. Okay, may kwento lang ako sa iyo. Mahaba na to. Pero let's go to the other topic, no? So we're not talking about lifespan and which affects it, no? Meron akong may namatay recently. I won't mention the name. Medyo sikat siya. Hindi naman sikat, pero parang he was sort of like parang dancer na sikat, parang gano'n. Anyway, so tinignan ko yung buhay niya. Kasi nakita ko, pinaglalamayan. Okay. So pinunta ko yung yung FB. So nakita ko nagka-cancer, babae. Okay. So in order to combat cancer, eto tandaan nyo to. In order to combat cancer, what did she do? Bumili siya juicer. Nilagay din yung carrots, yung pineapple, yung apple. Tapos iniinom niya, sinasala niya yung juice. Yung fiber ng juice extractor, tinatapon yon. Correct? Nakakita na kayo nun. Minsan supermarket, di ba? Mga ganun. Pero mahal yon. Kasi 1 carrot, konti lang yung juice nun. Correct? Okay, now. Mali yun. Mali. Of course, you're getting the nutrients from the carrot or from the apple or the pineapple. Ano yung kinakatas mo? Of course, may nutrients. I'm not admitting it. May vitamins yon. Pero ano yung number 1 na katas nun? It's fucking glucose. It's fucking sugar. So, ang ginawa, lalong mong finid yung cancer cells mo. Because ang pagkain ng cancer is sugar and glucose and an acidic environment. Okay, tatlo lang kalaban ng cancer. Hindi, tatlo lang ang nagpapaano sa cancer. Bubuhay lang pala. Let's change it. Number 1, glucose, sugar. As you can see, lahat na kinakain nyo naging glucose, especially carbohydrates. Pwedeng hindi sugar yan, pwedeng white rice. It's the same as eating sugar. Of course, masama yung refined sugar. Okay? Bread, yan, pasta. Lahat yan. Okay? So, nabubuhay ang cancer sa glucose. Number 2, acidic environment. Meaning, acidic na yung katawan mo na hindi mo alam. Doon tuwang-tuwa si cancer. Okay? Ayaw niya ng alkaline. Kaya yung mga alkaline water, hydrogen water, inumin nyo yan. And then sodium bicarbonate tablet. Okay? I will show it to you. Saka na tayo mag-supplements na yung mga iniinom ko. Papakita ko sa inyo anong gamit nun. Okay? Now, so, ulitin ko, glucose nabubuhay siya, acidic environment. Number 3 is low oxygen level in the blood. Bakit low oxygen? Kasi hindi ka nagbe-breathing. Hindi ka hinihingal. Hindi ka alam mo, okay, paano ka hingalin? You climb up the stairs. You work out. Pwede mo, akala mo, yung ganon, parusa sa'yo. Pagod ako. Tigil mo na. Hindi ko na kaya. Di ba? Hindi mo alam yung breathing na yon that feeds oxygen in the body. That is good. Everything that hurts, that don't kill you is good. Pag hinihingal ka, that's good for the body. Because you are feeding oxygen into your blood. Ayaw ng cancer yon. Namamatay yung cancer with rich oxygen in the blood. What does oxygen still do? We'll talk about it in the other blog. It feeds the mitochondria to produce ATP. That's the energy produced by the mitochondria. Hindi tayo mabubuhay kung wala yung mga mitochondria. Hindi ako makakagalaw. Hindi ako makakasalita. All my energy now is coming from the mitochondria in my body, in my cells. Yun ang parang baterya ng tao. Okay? So, masyado lang mahaba ito. I think it's mag-40 minutes na tayo. So, let's just recap. Lifespan ng mga from the 1900s to the present. What is affecting it? Yung mga baby boomers, millennials. Yung millennials, medyo hindi masyado tagal ang buhay nyo. Bakit? Na-invento na kasi yung mga fast food nun eh. Ando na yung McDonald's. Lumaki na kayo sa McDonald's. At least ako, hindi pa kami lumaki sa McDonald's. Lumaki kami talaga yung burger na ginagawa ng nanay. Na ginigrill. Okay? Hindi yung burger na puras putang na processed food, tapos yung oil na ginagamit yung seed oil, processed oil. Before, noong unang panahon, hindi. Ang ginagamit na oil, yung natural oil. Yung vegetable oil. Diba? Which can stand the heat. Kasi alam niyo yung mga cotton, mga sunflower oil, bababla corn oil, pag yan na initan, it becomes toxic. Nilalaso na yung katawan mo. If you are sensitive, pag kumain ka ng mga yung mga dip, yung mga dyan sa bangketa, mga fishball, whatever, pag ikaw sensitive, ako sensitive na ako. Alam ko na pag may lumang mantika, ang pait. Ako rin sensitive sa asukal. Kapiin mo ko ng 3-in-1, sumasakit ulo ko. Once you get desensitized, it changes you. You will know the effects. You will know the feeling. Pero pag talagang manhid ka na, kahit anong ilang kainin mo fishball, hindi mo maramdaman yung Pero of course, you will get inflamed. You will get inflamed. Nasasakit yung mga mo, sa katawan mo, kasukasuan mo, hindi ka na makalakad. Ay, pagod na ako Parati kang pagod. Yun. Pag pagod ka, sumasakit tuhod mo, hindi ka makalakad, you are inflamed. May inflammation ka. Yan ang dapat ma-cure mo. yung inflammation. What causes inflammation? What's the cure for inflammation? We're gonna talk about it some other time. Importante ang inflammation. That's the one that kills us. Okay? Inflammation. Ba't ka nagmamanas? Ba't nagbabara yung ugat mo? It's inflammation. What causes inflammation? Mahaba topic yan. So, I hope you learned something, sorry, because I'm getting myself organized. This is my first one for anti-aging. So, kasi ang dami nang namamatay. I need to do something about it. Ang dami nagkakasakit. Nakilala ko Okay? I don't know kung sa inyo. Pero putang ina, nakikita ko yung Facebook. Mamaya may namatay. Condolence. Non-stop condolence. I need to contribute something. No? If I do wrong with my experiments, no? I'll talk about to you what are my experiments, no? I'm experimenting, to cut it short, I'm experimenting with, of course, supplements, new supplements, herbal. I have this mga ganito. Ito, mga wheatgrass. Yeah, wheatgrass. Then I have this chamomile. Then I have this mga ganito. Ito, binibili ko sa Thailand or Vietnam. No? So, I mix it with my coffee. Then, of course, I have all my powders there. I'll give you some tips, no? Ang problema ko na talaga, okay, I'll be honest with you, ang problema ko na talaga, which is making me a little bit older again, well, at least nababawi ko naman, is I still drink. I still drink, but konti na lang. If ever I drink, no, I drink, siguro brandy, 1 shot, 2 shots. Kasi, beer, nakakadalawa na lang ako. If I go out, okay? Wine, yeah, medyo malakas ako. Nakaka-bottle pa rin ako ng wine kung lumalabas ako. But I don't drink at home. You know? I don't drink if I'm alone. Napakalungkot naman nun. Diba? You're alcoholic ka na if you drink alone. Okay? But if you want to unwind and you want to listen to music with a glass of wine, that's okay. Okay? So, we're gonna talk about stress, anxiety, what causes it. Hindi kayo yun. It's the brain and chemical imbalance in your body. Hindi yan yung situation niya, may utang ako No, it's not you. It's the chemical imbalance. And then I'll tell you the practicality of it, how to solve problems, how to be the scientific methods of dealing with stress, problems, and solutions. Madali yan. Okay? So yon, I'm not perfect, I'm still drinking, and then medyo sa exercise. Kaya ngayon, nag-appointment ako at 3 o'clock to do my Pilates with MS. Yung electronic, yung may suot-suot ako na kinukuryente ako. Habang nagpipilates ako, talagang kuryente. Puta na yun. Anyway, so it's good, no? I love that. So I'll tell you about it. So that's it for now. This is our first blog regarding anti-aging. I hope nakinig kayo, natuto kayo. If you have some questions, PM me. Para sa inyo rin to, para sa anak nyo, para sa nanay nyo, tatay nyo. Masave nyo. Okay, masave nyo sa cancer, sa heart attack, stroke, what else? Yan yung mga leading cause. Okay? Ito nga, may nagpapakamatay sa mga bata naman, suicide. You know? Kasi chemical imbalance. Yung mga punyetang kinakain ng mga bata, lahat, frappe. Ano ba yun? Yung may pearls, yung sago-sago. Fast food. Putang ina, kung hindi ka ma-anxiety doon sa mga kinakain mo, I don't know. Sa lifestyle nyo yan. Kaya kayo nadidepress. Putangin ang yaman-yaman ka, nadidepress, nagpapakamatay. How stupid. Di ba? Kung sabihin mo, putangin, stupid naman nun. Ang yaman-yaman, nagpakamatay. Di ba? It's the depression. Depression is caused by chemically imbalance na hindi tinatakel ng gobyerno, hindi tinatakel ng doktor. We are all avoiding it. Kasi hindi natin matanggap ang clean. Pero hindi naman clean yun. Chemical imbalance, hormonal imbalance because of the nutrition that they eat. Yan yung side effects ng too much mercury, too much ganito, too much plastic dioxide in your body. Yan yun. That has to be cured. You have to be cleansed. So that's it. Marami tayong pag-uusapan about anti-aging. So this is the first part. That's it. So sobrang haba na to. Thank you.